Hi, how are you, life artist? Thank you for being here. And I'm curious, I'd love for you to comment below and share with me if you have a spiritual painting practice. What I love the most about painting right now is that it blends for me my spiritual journey along with my creative journey. And there is a video that I will link to at the end of this one, but I want to just review, unpack what having a spiritual life means. And I've broken it down in such a way that makes it feel super accessible and easy. You either believe that, kind of like we evolved from sludge and we go back to sludge and that's it, right? So that's fine and great. And none of us really know for sure, right? But if you're on a spiritual journey, what that really means, or you tell me. But what it means for me is that I am choosing to believe that there is an infinite nature to the energy that is expressing itself through this physical body right now. That I am not my body, and that my consciousness, my energy, whatever the resonance frequency is that is expressing through me will stop expressing through this body at some point, but will continue on. So having a spiritual life means that you are exploring the ways to live as a spiritual being who is currently having a human experience. That I feel like is my biggest intention for all of us in this conversation and in my community, to live first as the infinite being who is second having a human experience. And from that place, co-create with the infinite you. Okay, so with that being said, I was meeting with one of my one-on-one coaching clients and last night, and this prompt, spiritual life prompt came up that I had realized through an art journaling page, and this is it. So I wanted to share this with you because this is incredibly paradigm shifting. So one of the things that I'm super passionate about right now, like this painting is a Kali Matangi painting coming into being, is the theme of the dark goddess. And the dark goddess is the aspect of the feminine, of the unconditional love that is available to you, that wants you to know that your underworld experiences, anything that you wouldn't want to shout from the rooftops or comment below, anything that might trigger shame or guilt or fear, insecurity, I don't want people to know that, things like that. That's our shadow or underworld experiences. And the dark goddess is about banishing the demons inside of you that are telling you, you're too broken, too wounded, too quiet, too loud, too old, too young, whatever it is, to do what it is you really want to do, right? It's the inner critic is another manifestation of the shadow. So in this painting, my intention was to paint the demons. So I have an online course, the 22-day Tara painting meditation. And in that we explore the 22 aspects of Tara, green Tara and her 21 aspects. And there are multiple Taras that are, their energy is to help you banish the demons, slay the demons. And what she is referring to, as in green Tara, are the demons, that inner critic, the inner judge, the voice that is constantly perhaps telling you that it won't work for whatever reason, right? And so these are the inner demons. So when the goddess has her sword and she's holding her decapitated heads, it's about taking away the aspects of you that are keeping you small, that are keeping you separate from your infinite nature. Okay, so hang on with me here because this is a big one. So these I started to paint as the demons, right? So I'm using opposite colors like red and green, purple and yellow, blue and orange to create these shadowy colors. And something happened. There was a drip or whatever, and I painted wings on the demons. And I'm like, oh, demons could potentially have wings, right? And then I got the aha, the yes. And what I understood is that when you can turn and face those inner demons. And instead of trying to tell them to shut up or go away or that they're bad or wrong, you turn and face them and you say, why are you here? What do you have for me? What are you here to teach me? Because I do choose to believe that everything is here to love us, that we are stronger, wiser, more compassionate because of the traumas, the wrongs, the abuses that we have experienced. Okay? So when you turn and face that inner demon, okay, inner demon who's telling me I'm not worthy, that this dream I had probably won't happen. I don't have enough money or time. I'm not that big of a deal. I can't, turn and face it and be like, okay, where did you come from? What is this about? What are you actually here to offer me? And in the moment when you can realize like, wow, that demon, actually that voice, that's from. So I'll give you an example. I had a memory recently where my senior year in high school, other girls on the swim team told me that they had hated me up until that year because they'd been on a different part of the swim team than I was, and they thought I was all that and all perfect and all these things. And they told me they hated me and they thought I was such a bitch. And in that moment, what I'm realizing now is I became afraid to be too perfect, too good, too great, too successful, because I didn't ever want anyone to stereotype me or to misunderstand me. So part of my like radical authenticity, well, it feels radical to me maybe, but the authenticity and the transparency is because I want to show my imperfections. I want to allow and not hide things. And so that came from that experience. So now that I understand that some of the limiting beliefs are from that experience in high school in the swim team locker room, I can turn and face that and be like, oh my gosh, that was a moment that I don't need to hold on to any longer. And that part of me that was trying to protect myself from being misunderstood, that potentially was self-sabotaging my efforts to keep myself safe from making people think I thought I was too great or something, is now transmuted and can leave. And in the moment when you turn and face and love and send gratitude and release those inner demons, they get their wings. They're angels that have come to play a role, to serve you, to strengthen you, to, refine you in the fire. And they don't want to be ignored. They don't want to be swept under the rug, because otherwise they're just this undercurrent of limiting beliefs. You turn, you face them. When you get triggered, what is this? Scratch beneath the surface. Get curious. What is the part of me that's telling me I can't do this? Where did this come from? Do stream of consciousness writing. Go into your art journal. Paint the demons around you. And when you engage on a symbolic level in the art journal with paint and color and symbols, you access a part of your mind that is closer to your unconscious. And the color, the symbol, just like for me, adding wings to these little demons made me realize this epic truth. Your inner critic and your inner judge aren't bad or wrong. They're there to poke you until you turn and face it and realize that they're not a part of you. They don't have to be there. And you can thank them for giving you the opportunity to experience your unworthiness and then reclaim it. And in that moment, they are released from their own bondage and they get their wings and they get to fly off and stop being your demons. Oh, I love that. So all that being said, maybe you're here and you're watching this because you're thinking, wow, I know I'm hard on myself. I put myself down, I criticize, I'm constantly worried I'm not doing it right. Get curious, go to your art journal and just start playing with color. Just doodle, spill color. And then ask, what is this inner demon, or what does it say? Write down what your inner critic, your inner judge says. Write down the words that you say to yourself and then paint over it. And I promise you, while you are in that process, whether it's in one sitting or multiple sittings, you will get the insight that will help you transmute those demons into angels, and they will be released. Or perhaps you're here because you are wanting to understand or go deeper into, why am I attracted to this creative practice? It really is about accessing different ways of perceiving, different ways of understanding yourself in this world as an infinite being. There is so much wisdom that you can access within you when you take it to the art journal or the canvas. Oh, I love it. Okay, thank you for being here. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. And then who can you share this with? Think of a friend who you've had this conversation with before, or maybe you were just on the phone with someone kind of complaining about things. Send this video to them. All those inner voices are aspects of you wanting to be loved. And those inner demons are angels in waiting. So go give them their wings and let them free. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you again very soon.